CIET NCERT presents the audiobook Santoor, Textbook of English for Grade 4.
Page 9, Chapter 2, The Tinkling Bells. Let us read. On the left side of the page, you will find a QR code. Scanning the QR code will take you to additional resources about this chapter. Chinna was a little boy who lived in a village. He studied in grade 4. He was a bright boy who liked to read storybooks and learn new things. He had many friends with whom he played. But most of all, he loved to play with his little pet kid named Tara. On the right side of the page is the image of Chinna playing with his kid, Tara. Tara was a 5-month-old kid, milky white in color. One day, while coming back from school, Chinna stopped at Chacha's shop. He saw a pair of beautiful, shiny, tinkling bells. He went inside the shop and politely asked the shopkeeper to show him the tinkling bells. Do you know, goats under the age of 6 months are called kids? Page 10. 10 rupees, please, Chacha said. Chinna liked the bells a lot. He put his hand in his pocket to take out the money. On the right side of the page is the image of Chinna liking the tinkling bells. He was shocked to find that his money was missing. Oh, where is the money Dadaji gave me yesterday? He searched all his pockets but couldn't find the money. Feeling sad, he returned the tinkling bells to Chacha and began walking home. At the bottom of the page is an image of Chinna walking home with a sad face. Page 11. Chinna reached home. He removed his shoes and placed them in the corner. He went inside and dropped his school bag on the study table. He sat on the chair and rested his head on the table. His mother Kamla, who had been watching all this time, came to Chinna. She asked gently, "What happened, Chinna?" Kamla laid her hand softly on his shoulders. At once, Chinna hugged her and started crying. On seeing this, Kamla wiped his tears. After a while, Chinna told her about the missing money. Kamla consoled him, saying, "I'm so sorry, dear. It's okay. Don't cry. I'll give you money to buy the bells. But make sure to be careful with money in the future." Chinna smiled and said, "Sure, Amma." "That's my boy. Cheer up. Now let's go to the market to buy some fruits and vegetables," Kamla said warmly. On the left side of the page is an image of Chinna's mother Kamla wiping his tears gently. On the top right side of the page is the image of Chinna resting his head on the table. Page 12. Kamla and Chinna went to the market. They bought apples, mangoes, tomatoes and brinjals. Chinna wanted pineapples, so they stopped at the pineapple stall. "What is the cost of the pineapples?" Kamla asked. 45 rupees each, replied the fruit seller. At the middle of the page is an bazaar scene where Chinna and his mother are buying pineapples and the other fruits. Kamla bought 2 pineapples and gave him a 100-rupee note. She asked Chinna to take the change. Then she went to other shops to buy some more fruits. The fruit seller gave Chinna 2 10-rupee notes. Hiding a mischievous smile, Chinna ran to his mother. "Amma, do you know, the fruit seller gave me 10 rupees extra by mistake. Can I buy the bells and some chocolates?" whispered Chinna. Page 13. "Chinna, that's very bad. It is stealing. How did you feel when you found your money missing?" asked Kamla. "I felt very sad and angry," replied Chinna. "The fruit seller will also feel the same when he comes to know the mistake. Now be a good boy, said Kamla gently. Chinna looked at his mother thoughtfully. He ran back to the fruit seller to return the extra money. The fruit seller was very happy. You are an honest boy, he praised him. On the right side of the page is the image of Chinna returning the extra 10 rupees to the fruit seller. Chinna ran back to his mother. Kamla felt pleased with Chinna's honesty and took him to Chacha's shop to buy the tinkling bells. Chacha was about to close his shop. Wait, called Chinna. Do you still have the bells? Yes, I do, said Chacha. Chinna paid him 10 rupees and they both happily walked home. The bells were tinkling in Chinna's pocket. Hearing the sounds of bells, Chinna's pet kid Tara came running out. Chinna happily tied the tinkling bells around Tara's neck. At the bottom of the page is the image of Chinna playing with Tara, who has the tinkling bells around her neck. Page 14. Do you know, a baby goat is called a kid, just like a young child. So when someone says, look at that kid playing in the field, they might not be talking about a human. They could mean a baby goat. Let us think. A. Answer the following. 1. Why was Chinna upset? 2. How did Kamla help Chinna feel better? 3. What did the fruit seller do by mistake? 4. How did Chinna manage to buy the bells from Chacha in the end? B. Write T for true or F for false on the right side of the page where the space is provided. 1. Chinna wanted to buy the bells to attach them to his bicycle. 2. Chinna's mother, Kamla, comforted him when he came home feeling sad. 3. The fruit seller gave Chinna 20 rupees extra as change. 4. Chinna decided to keep the extra money and bought chocolates with it. 5. The fruit seller was unhappy when Chinna returned the extra money. On the bottom right of the page is the image of a girl thinking. C. Think and discuss. 1. Why do you think Chinna decided to return the money instead of keeping it? 2. Think of a time when you found something that didn't belong to you. What did you do? How did it make you feel? Page 15. Let us learn. A. Find the given words. On the middle of the page, there is an image of a grid with 12 rows and 12 columns. In each square, there is an alphabet written. We have to find the hidden words from this grid. We have heard about these words in the chapter. In this grid, we need to find the words calm, honest, love, respect, courage, loyal, truth, fair, kind, and peace. B. Read the following. Chinna, Charu and Jasmine are friends. They study in grade 4. At the center of the page is an image of Chinna. The image says, Chinna is tall. Second, at the center of the page is another image of Chinna and Charu. Charu is taller than Chinna. At the bottom of the page, there is an image of Jasmine, Chinna and Charu. Jasmine is the tallest person in the group. At the bottom of the page, there is a box that says, we use different forms of adjectives. The first one, to compare the qualities of people or things. 2. When we compare the qualities of two people or objects, we add er to the adjective. We always use than while comparing two people or objects. For example, Aman is shorter than Jia. Third, when the comparison is made in a whole group or a collection, we add est to the adjective. For example, February is the shortest month of the year. Page 17. Fill in the blanks using the correct comparison markers, ER or EST. The first one is done for you. I'm taller than my brother. 2. January is the cold. Fill in the blank with ER or EST, month of the year. Third, an ant is small. Fill in the blank with ER or EST than an elephant. On the right side of the page is a picture of an ant and an elephant. 4. My sister is smart. Fill in the blank with ER or EST than me. 5th, Jay was the fast. Fill in the blank with ER or EST person in the race. C. Circle the word that means the opposite of the word that is highlighted. 1. Chacha showed him some beautiful tinkling bells. The word beautiful is highlighted. The options are A. Attractive, B. Ugly, C. Broken. 2. The fruit seller was so happy that he gave Chinna 10 rupees as a reward. Reward is highlighted. Options are A. Offer, B. Prize, C. Punishment. 3. I will give you money to buy the bells. Buy is highlighted. Options are A. Sell, B. Purchase, and C. Order. Page 18. 4. Can I buy chocolates with the money? Whispered Chinna. Whispered is highlighted. The options are A. Murmured, B. Shouted, C. Talked. Let us listen. In the middle of the page is a box with the following written. Your teacher will read out the story, The Tinkling Bells, once again to you. Now hear the following sentences and number them in the sequence of the story. Chinna discovered that his money was missing and felt sad. Chinna went to the market with his mother. Chinna hugged his mother and told her about the missing money. Chinna returned the extra money to the fruit seller. Chinna bought the tinkling bells after getting some money from his mother. Chinna wanted to buy bells for his pet at Chacha's shop. Let us speak. What would you do in the following situations? 1. You borrowed your friend's favorite pen. After using it, you accidentally broke it. What would you do? Page 19. 2. During a maths quiz, your friends ask you to show them your answers because they didn't study. If you don't help, your friends might get upset with you. What would you do? 3. You see your classmate taking a notebook from the teacher's desk without permission. The classmate tells you not to tell anyone. What would you do? 4. You bring your favorite snack to school, but you find that your classmate has not brought anything to eat. You really wanted to enjoy the snack alone. What would you do? Note to the teacher. Encourage learners to share their opinions. Refrain from directing the discussion to get the acceptable or correct answers. Let us write. Frame sentences using the following words from the story. 1. Smiling. 2. Mistake. 3. Honest. On the right side of the page, space is provided to write the answers. Page 20. 4. Praise. 5. Careful. Use the space provided in the right side to write the sentence. B. Draw two national symbols, example national flag, national bird, and write a few sentences about each in the space provided below. Page 21. Let us do. Create your own bell craft similar to the bells Chinna wanted for his pet goat. In the middle of the page is a box which says, Materials needed, waste or recyclable items. 1. Small metal bottle caps from used bottles or small tin cans, cleaned and dried. 2. String, about 12 to 15 inches for each bell. 3. Old cardboard for making a tag or decoration. 4. Small pebbles, beans or beads for the tinkling sound inside the bell. 5th. Aluminum foil for decoration. 6th. Markers, crayons or paint, optional for decoration. 6th. Glue or tape. 7th. Safety scissors. 8th. Hole punch or nail with adult supervision for punching holes. Preparation. 1. If using bottle caps, collect around 2 or 3 for each student. 2. If using tin cans, you should have an adult help you make a small hole near the top rim of the can for threading the string, and also ensure they are cleaned and dried. Step 1. Place 1 or 2 small pebbles, beans or beads inside a bottle cap or a tin can. These will create the tinkling sound when shaken. Step 2. If using bottle caps, glue together cap on top to seal it and creating a small bell shape. Use tape around the edges to ensure it stays closed. If using a tin can, the items can remain inside without sealing. Page 22. Step 3. Thread the string or yarn through the hole in the tin can or make a hole in the top of the sealed bottle cap using a nail with adult supervision. Step 4. Tie a knot at the end of the string to secure it, allowing the bell to hang from the string. Step 5. Cut a small piece of aluminum foil and wrap it around the bell to give it a shiny decorative appearance. Step 6. Decorate with markers, crayons or paint if desired. You can also add patterns, colors or even drawings in the foil. Step 7. Cut a small piece out of the cardboard, for example a circle, heart or a star, and punch a hole at the top. Step 8. You can write your name, draw a picture or color the tag. Step 9. Thread the tag into the string above the bell, tying it in place. Step 10. Adjust the length of the string as needed and make sure the bell can dangle freely to create the tinkling sound. Step 11. Shake the bells to hear the sound and enjoy your creation. Page 23. Fun with matchsticks. Activity. Fix the equation. Objective. Move one matchstick to make the equation correct. One puzzle has been solved for you. In the middle of the page, there is an image with numbers written with matchstick. In this image, the equation 9 minus 2 is equal to 8 is given. We need to move one matchstick to ensure the equation is correct. In the solution given below, a matchstick is moved and the sum now reads, and the equation now reads 8 minus 2 is equal to 6. Now try solving the equation given at the bottom of the page, where matchsticks are used to show the equation 9 plus 9 is equal to 9. Remember, you must solve it by only moving one matchstick. Page 24. Let us explore. We have heard about Chinna's love for tinkling bells in the story. Collect or draw pictures of different types of bells found in India. Paste the image in the space provided below. End of chapter 2.
Santoor, you were just listening to this audiobook. Textbook of English for Class 4. Narration Dr. Pranita Gopal. Sound recordist Virendra Rawat. Assistance in production Surendra Kumar. Directed and produced by Vimalesh Chaudhary. This audiobook is brought to you by CIET NCERT, New Delhi, India.